This is a room of fear.
How it is to be standing next to four of the most legendary amps ever.
Glorious.
Hey, what is up guys? Today we're back by popular demand and cranking 4 new amplifiers. We have a Fender Princeton, a Vox AC15, a Marshall Mini Plexi and a Soldano SLO 30.
Ooh!
Oh yes! My name is Guillaume.
And my name is Kris. Welcome to Thomann Guitars and Basses. We are cranking amps again.
Yes.
We did that video, it came out a couple of weeks ago, and you guys loved it, we loved it. And we asked you if you want to see the smaller versions of these amps cranked as well, to see if they sound as sweet as well or not. What's up with the volume? We have the dB meter as always. We have Francis again.
Giacomo, depending on who calls him.
Exactly, which is a Thomann microphone head, has 2 microphones built in both ears, and it's going to provide us with some realistic room sound, because closed mic and crank amps is a tricky thing.
It is.
So we offer both options so that it feels for you as if you were right next to us in this room.
So we'll be cranking a Vox AC15 with a Celestian Blue Bulldog speaker, so to get as close as possible to the AC30 that we had last time with the same speaker. So the only difference is really the wattage between this one and the
big one,
the 30. We'll have the Marshall Mini Plexi, which has a different name, the SV20
SV20H.
Exactly, that name on your screen, which is a mini Plexi, a 20-watt version of a Plexi.
But it's ridiculously loud, so we still have the ear protection, obviously.
Of course. Be smart.
Because, yes.
You can't grow your ears back.
No, you need them.
If you're watching that video in 2040 and it's possible, good on you.
Let us know. Please call me.
Exactly. Call the retirement home next to Bamberg, Germany, and look for us.
And you better speak loud, because you know.
Next in line, we have the Soldano SLO 30. This is our new baby in the studio.
I love it.
It's the snakeskin, so it's technically 30 watt, but I think we add like at least 5 or 6 watts of snakeskin power, which is really cool.
By the way, it's fake. Don't worry. No snakes were harmed in the making of this amplifier.
Yeah.
And the last one is the Princeton, the good old tiny version of the deluxe reverb, the Fender Princeton. Yeah. We love this amp. It's one of those classic designs. It needs to be cranked.
It needs to be cranked.
12 watts of solid volume.
It does that very well. If you have watched the first video, you already know what's coming. We're going to move Francis because of the beam effect of directional amplifiers. Just like in the first video, we'll be placing Francis at the same distance, roughly, as we are from the amplifiers, and slightly off-center from the speaker, so that you have as accurate a representation of the room sound as possibly doable humanly.
Possibly possible.
Here. Vox are just turning into my favorite amps in the world. Right? Oh my God.
But what's weird is is it the same channel as what you did, like what you used on the
normal
AC30?
Channel, yeah. Normal channel cranked.
Fully cranked. Okay. It's very interesting because I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but the way I remember is that the 30 had a thicker mid-range and less sizzle.
Yeah.
And this sounds still very, you know.
I might have cut I might have used the tone cut maybe a little bit differently, but barely. Like the thing is, when you crank it up, this one, if it's like mid-level, it's just fizzy. And it's just fizzy because you're not pushing the right kind of compression, while the 30 already has more body. But this one, once it's all the way up, then the bass, the bass rolls in, and it's just like, oh.
And it's crazy. It's not super loud. Like
it's fine.
Of course, loud.
It's fine.
I mean, you know, ear protection is a good idea. But was it even 110?
10, sure, yeah. Okay. 110, 111 I saw, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember now. I think the 30 went to 120. 120.
For sure, yeah.
Because the loudest...
Yeah, the loudest was the Soldano and the Marshall.
And the Marshall at 124.
Yeah, that was just a short peak of...
Extremely dangerous.
Okay. All right. Love that. It's very similar to the 30. A bit different flavor, but it's recognizable.
Absolutely
it's the
delicious.
AC thing. It's awesome.
It is.
Fender Princeton, though. No clue. Never played it song.
Gojira, take notes. What you need is a Princeton.
What? Oh my God. Okay, so
jeez, that was so good.
Where it became much more. Wait, let me put this out. Where it became much more modern and articulate, I turned on the bonsai on a TS-808 setting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't be surprised.
A tube screamer into a Princeton. Jeez.
What? I mean, I really love that dying amp sound, like just the amp, the guitar in the amp with the PF style humbuckers, of course, will push an amp like this much more than like a Tele pickup, especially much more than a Strat pickup. But I love that. But dude,
nothing does it quite as well as a Princeton. I think like it's such a sweet spot between like super high headroom, really hard to push amps. Something that was like so clean when you rolled into it.
And it was then like just like volume at 4.
Oh, and like then collapsing onto itself on the neck pickup, and oh my God.
So the volume is on 10, tasty. And treble and bass were on 4. So nothing extreme here, and a bit of reverb, not too much tremolos off or vibrato. Damn, where was the volume? I was lost in playing.
Not super loud. I only had one ear. I only had one ear in. I left the other one out, and just facing this way so that it wouldn't be. It's a big room, and I don't know. I'm gonna say 109. I think we'll need an instant replay. Okay. That was delicious.
And also, one more thing, I never thought of the Princeton as a really, really good pedal-friendly amp because of its crazy hi-fi sound. Like if you have it on 2, it sounds so pristine and so jingly. It's like, oh, that's gonna be harsh with drive pedals. But I tested it before. Like we had to make sure that the amps work fine. The miking position is fine. I had it up until like volume 4 and had a few drive pedals on, and I was so surprised. It was perfect.
I know.
So as soon as you get over that bright cap, low volume thing of like blackface Fender amps, come on. And then a 10, like put a screamer in front of it and golden.
Yeah, that was your Steve Lukather, like a modded blackface Fender. Deluxe, that was it.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, you know, whether it's this one, like I find a lot of my GR12 in it. Like the Morgan PR12 is the Princeton take from Morgan.
True.
PR
Yeah.
for Princeton. Princeton. And the JS12 is Josh Smith's signature, and it's a take on the PR12.
Yeah.
And they're incredible. And this is incredible. I love all of them.
Oh God.
You need one.
But
Let
now.
me tell you.
But now.
But now.
Let's get proper loud.
But since you guys were asking last time, I'm also going to put the Les Paul into it. I'm going to start with everything at 12 again, and then if you're not happy, you do you. I might try and keep an ear out. I don't know. I'm feeling risky today. I'm feeling like I'm going to make some bad decisions. You know.
Just make sure it's the other ear. I was not expecting this to be so chuggy.
Fuzzy, and then, yeah, when you downed it, I had the Slamurai on. That was...
All I did is go back with the normal channel, again, the bass channel to like, what is that, 1 o'clock?
6.
To 6. Yeah.
But yeah, a whole world of...
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, every time we do those things, the Vox always kicks me in the teeth, like, so much. It's just such a perfect sound. And then Marshall, you just keep forgetting.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you should know, and you know,
exactly.
But you
just
get
keep
surprised.
forgetting how it's just gonna spit everything at your knees, and your kneecaps are just gonna go. Oh.
Like when you had it, like both channels on 10, and you started just.
fuzzy,
like, it sounds like someone screaming, you know, like
Absolutely
All right.
incredible.
Cool.
All right, yeah.
Soldano SLO 30.
Yeah.
I need
I'm bypassed.
good old Lester back. Something is ringing in the background. It's probably someone's ear.
That was the.
Oh my god, dude!
That was the loudest. We got it.
Was it 170? 17?
You know that your organs would have probably liquefied at that. But yeah, anywho,
My
no,
organs,
117, I think.
17 or 16 or something. Like, definitely the most powerful out of these four. I mean, it's the 30 watts, so it kind of should.
Yeah. It should be, yeah.
But also, I think it's a really efficient power amp because I felt the volume rising even above 12 o'clock. Like I started, you know, somewhere in the green zone, and I went up with the overdrive master, and even up here above 2, I was like, oh, things are happening. It's not like just more distortion. It's still
more volume.
Oh gosh! And I had the drive at 2 out of 11.
Oh, I didn't know. Didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
okay,
because I know how massively oversaturated these can become. Because I pick hard, so I don't usually use a lot of gain because of that. If you pick softly, you will want to have more gain. But I think that was my favorite for today.
That's it. This video was here to answer the question: can you buy a small wattage tube amp and crank it at home? Yes.
No.
You can.
Yeah, you can. Once.
Once. You can do it once.
And then look for a new flat.
All right. You prefer the Soldano then?
Yeah, the Princeton and the Soldano, my two amps. I enjoyed the sound of everything. The Vox,
I mean, funny
come on,
because you know what my two favorites were?
The Soldano and the Princeton.
No.
I knew it. I tried.
The Vox and the Princeton.
Okay.
Vox because it just does it and no questions asked.
Yeah.
It's just like level on 10, master on 10, tone cut, wherever, and done. The Princeton, kind of the same thing, set and forget, but with an easier sort of course, maybe a little bit less of the ice-peaky
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And just beautiful sounding. Soldano did the exact thing that I expected the Soldano to do.
The tightest,
and that was beautiful.
chuggiest, creamiest, yeah.
And the Marshall is...
Come on, right?
You know, you couldn't complain about any of those options, I feel, but yeah, it's... Which one did you prefer? Because at this point, you have a way better understanding of these amps than we do. You've had the close miking, you've had Francis, you've had, you know... Hopefully that translates into something that is pleasant, at least. If not, maybe educational. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Which one did you prefer? Why? Which amps do you want us to crank next time? Please make them small or big. I'm just kidding. The other video was awesome. But yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, it's funny because I feel the same excitement, but because these are just much more close to the volumes that you are used to if you play live, it's just less of a shock.
Yeah, it's less of an organ displacement.
That was just scary to a point where you have to laugh. And this is much more of the real musician's choice. Like that Princeton, I'd get 2 of those and play them stereo or just wet dry, and I'd be sorted for life. It's, you know, a realistic choice. Also price-wise, it's not the same as like a, you know, the biggest hand-wired, huge 100-watt heads.
Oh wait, that's why I can't hear you. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was really, really interesting. Let us know what kind of other amps you want to see, as G mentioned, and see you in the next one. Yeah,
don't forget to like this video, comment underneath, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, and so you don't miss out on the next video. And we'll see you. Bye.